Hey guys, I just thought I'd do a brief video on just how my setup's coming along. Made some changes. I've now labelled all my Funnelwebs. Just as you can see, for example, here you go, Hadronic Valida number 1. I've only got one of those, and then Hadronic Versuta 1 and 2 in there, and then the Atrax Robustus, I've got 4 of those, and they've all got their labels on there now, just so I can sort of keep track on each individual funnel web. I really want to keep these guys thriving and alive, so I'm putting in a lot of effort to constantly monitor them, make sure their substrates at the right moisture level, etc., and that their containers stay quite humid. I've also made up this chart. This is like a half cork board, half whiteboard, and what I've written up here is just all the species that I've got. I've just drawn them all up, and then just the days of the week. At the top there's the starting date for the week. I'll start this next week, so 26th is the Monday, and I'll just be monitoring. This is just a feeding chart, so I'll feed them crickets, and I'll be placing a tick in each box when they've been given a cricket and eaten it, just so I can keep track on sort of who's eaten on what day and who hasn't. Yeah, just so I know sort of who's eating, who isn't, and when to feed each specimen. So that's just an idea I had. Underneath I can write sort of comments or anything on, write some other stuff on how they're going, what their behaviour's like, etc. Then on the corkboard side I can just put up just like sheets like information, you know, pictures. I like to take pictures of my specimens, and just any good pictures I get, or you know, how they're growing, etc., like sort of updated shots or whatever, I can do that. But yeah, I thought that feeding chart's a good idea, just to keep track on who's eating and when they've eaten, just so I can really just monitor them. I like to keep this area, like they're in boxes, which is good because it's a dark area for them. I turn their containers around just because they don't like bright lights at all, so just keep it as dark as possible for them. Obviously just give each container a spray. Yeah, like probably daily I'd give it a few sprays just to keep it really wet. The substrate in there, this one's here is one of the ones I caught the other day. It hasn't burrowed down like the rest of them. This one was directly under a rock, so I'm unsure. It is very lively and active, but it hasn't burrowed down like the rest of them. I'll put a bit of bark in there just to sort of see if it will go under there to feel more secure, but it is edging its way down to this little tunnel that I've started for it. So hopefully it gets comfortable soon and goes down into the ground and keeps warm, because that's the biggest one I've got at the moment. Yeah, and that's a real good idea as well, to start the burrow yourself before you put them in with your finger, so then they'll burrow down and you'll be able to see them. Just exactly like, which one was it? Yeah, this one here. Just, I started the burrow for it, and look at it now, it's gone all the way down, and then it's got the little window down there so I can see it. And the females like to live in their burrow pretty much the whole life, so it's good that you're able to see it. And then it will come racing up the top here when I feed it, and yeah, take down the cricket. So it's a good idea, just start the burr off yourself with your finger before you put it in there, and then it will most of the time continue that burr, and you'll be able to see it. So hopefully that's a really nice looking one, that one. So hopefully that one will go down into that burrow that I've started for it and get comfortable. So yeah, I just like to keep this area really clean, and organised. Just here, I've got the crickets over here, and then spray bottle, some spare containers with some moss in there, paper towel, which always comes in handy. Then I've got my tongs up here, and just really like to keep these guys thriving and just give them the best home possible, to be honest. Cause, yeah, and I bought just one more thing. I bought this Perspex box off eBay, and that's really good. That Perspex box is really good for if you want to do photos and that, because they can't climb up, obviously the smooth plastic surface, like smooth plastic, they can't climb up that, so that's good just to put them in there, and yeah, and then they'll be able to run around and you'll be able to just take a few pictures. I won't take many more pictures of these guys. I'm just going to let them settle in their homes. I don't want to wreck their burrows or anything, but when I do catch some other species, if I do, before I set up their homes, I'll take some pictures, because I'm writing a book at the moment on a Australian dangerous spiders, and yeah, working on that, and I've got some really good shots so far. So yeah, this is a really good Perspex box to have. Makes it really easy to get some nice pictures. That's my setup so far. Just yeah, just thought I'd give you a few pointers. Just keeping these guys and keeping on track of their feeding, etc. And yeah, I'll take some more videos when I've got this, when I've done some more work. This isn't finished yet, this setup, but this is the progress so far. Alright, thanks for watching.